Also staying in the UFC here, final topic. UFC middleweight champion Israel Adesanya told our own Luke Thomas during Friday's radio show in New York City that he indeed wants to defend his title against Yoel Romero next after Paulo Costa was injured, kind of pulled off of the title fast track at the moment right here. Chuck, you want to talk about a bag of sex? That fight has like I'm already sweating, and I think I'm sweating even more, but it's interesting right now. Darren Till just resurfaced in a new division and looks pretty damn good off one fight. Jared Cannonier's been putting together a thing. Considering some of the close calls Romero has had, does he deserve to get plugged in right now? So the fact that Paulo Costa was supposed to be the guy, but he can't fight, but yet Romero just fought him. If you just do this basic math equation, they just fought in one of the bizarro, epic fights of the year, I think. It was just a crazy fight. Did you saw that fight? I mean, it was just... Costa and Romero was one of those fights that will stay. I'll remember it in 10 years from now when you're looking back at this year. That fight was so crazy. The fact that Romero looked that way at 42 years old and was able to kind of like push Costa into that, I'm like, to me, you could have flipped a coin, either one, and they'd be the contender anyway. So Romero was that close to being able to beat Costa and go on. So I'm like, plug him in. I'm fine with it. The other guys are not. Here's the thing that I love. You have a guy who's a champion who wants the hardest fight possible. I love that. This is something we don't get anymore. He wants all the smoke. Shout out to Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes there.
Absolutely. In fact, he wants that fight. Whoever calls out Romero in a situation where you could completely avoid him. I'm all about Israel Adesanya on his bravery and his courage and all that stuff. Like him wanting to fight, him wanting that fight and wanting to prove that shit, man, I'm down.
And I think a couple months ago we had a long debate on the show of like, I don't know if I've seen Romero lose yet on the high level. I thought he beat Costa. I thought he beat Whitaker the second time around.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Could you imagine this fight on paper? This is as good as it gets.
It's awesome.
Inject it right into me right now.